New York City is unlike any other city in the United States, or for that matter, the world. We could talk all day about the unique history, architecture, and culture, but that would be a bit off-brand for us, right? So let's focus on crime. The public has long associated New York City with crime. In fact, did you know that in 1981, the Saturday Night Live announcer introduced the show with, "And now, from New York, the most dangerous city in America, it's Saturday Night Live." While the new opening didn't last long, the idea that New York is a dangerous place remained. In this episode of Aggregated, we take a long look back at NYC crime trends to see if the data matches perceptions and explore how NYC stacks up to the rest of the US. Welcome to another episode of Aggregated, your newest hub for information on crime data, trends, and analysis. I'm your host, Albert Lawrence. Let's dive in. In our last episode, we focused on the Kia challenge, a viral motor vehicle theft trend that took the US by storm not too long ago. Today, we're going to shift gears and instead focus on a single city with one of the largest police forces in the world, New York City. So, was New York City the most dangerous city in America in 1981? Well, it didn't have the very highest murder or violent crime rate of any city in the country. Its neighbor, Newark, New Jersey, did. And the city reported more than 100,000 robberies in 1981, nearly 20% of the national total. So, while not the most violent, the public's perception of New York violence wasn't far off.
Statistics show that in New York, a man is mugged every 11 seconds. I would now like you to meet that man. His name is Jesse Donnelly, and he's mugged every 11 seconds. Jesse, welcome. Hi, Brad.
Still, the city's violent crime rate was regularly 3 to 4 times the national average between the late 1960s and early 1990s. During that time, the city's murder rate grew from 5 per 100,000 to more than 30 per 100,000, reaching a high of 2,245 murders in 1990, which was 10% of the nation's total that year. Relief finally came the following year in 1991, when murder in New York City started a decline that continued for the better part of the next 2 decades. NYC's murder rate eventually fell below the national average in 2013 for the first time since the FBI began tracking, and it stayed below it for 12 straight years. Like most cities, New York experienced a surge in murder starting in 2020. And like most cities, New York has seen murder fall for 3 straight years, mirroring the trend nationwide. What makes NYC stand out compared to other cities is that their violent crime more broadly remains on the rise following a post-COVID increase. Violent crime in New York City is down nearly 70% compared to where it was in 1990, but the Big Apple continues to defy nationwide trends in violent and property crime by not returning to pre-pandemic lows experienced by much of the rest of the country. The good news is that violent crime in 2025 is down more than 4% through late July, putting the city on track for the first decline in violent crime since the pandemic. And it's not just violent crime. Property crime is down 6% through July as well. On top of that, New York has reported the second fewest murders through June since at least 1960. Thanks for tuning in for a deep dive on New York City crime trends. Join us here next time for another episode of Aggregated, the numbers behind crime.